Ciao ragazzi, hi guys, welcome back to another video. Zamo here with the Labo Boys with the Zamo sign. How you doing? In today's video we're gonna sit together and we're gonna talk about brands that disappeared, brands that fell off, brands that failed. I think it's super important to look at brands of the past, brands of the present, how they were on the race and then they just fell down. It's really interesting. We're gonna talk about disappeared brands and you're gonna be like, oh yeah, you remember that brand? Grab a seat, grab a drink, fasten your seatbelt and let's go. Let's talk top 10 brands that disappeared. I saw a TikTok the other day and it was like, hey, do you remember this brand? And I was like, damn, that's true. Those brands used to rock the world. They were super influential. They were omnipresent. New brands, old brands. Fashion is kind of a curve. So maybe this brand can do a come up or gone forever. You will let me know in the comments, yeah? What do you think is gonna happen? If you like this video, don't forget to like it, follow the channel. We talk fashion, we talk design, longer video every weekend. Name is Zamo. Name of our community is the Spaghetti Army. So don't forget to drop a comment and talk about your favorite forgotten brands. I have 10 in my list. Let's go. Fashion is cyclical. All your favorite brands, all my favorite brands, they went through hard periods, easier periods, but these 10 brands really fell off and disappeared. Brand number 1 is Palm Angels. You remember Palm Angels, colorful, edgy, was really popular 2 years ago, 3 years ago. It was everywhere, expensive, colorful, popping. And then what happened? We don't know. But I haven't heard from them since. This was one of the fastest burning brands. What happened with them? What's the trademark? You know, aside from some color and the stupid font. Palm Angel is for sure going into the forgotten brands wardrobe. Bye. Even edgier, we have Philipp Plein. Here in Amsterdam 2021, there was like a crazy black boutique, diamond skull inside, like this ginormous furniture piece. Philipp Plein, the man himself, being the host on some talent show, and then what happened? If I'm correct, they moved towards furniture, they moved towards like dog brands. But the guy's a sociopath, he made his money, sell these obnoxious things. I remember wanting really bad this t-shirt with like a skull and some prints and some flames and some numbers. I'm so happy I didn't get it. Were you a Philipp Plein enthusiast? You can tell me. Philipp Plein, brand number 2, forgotten. Bye-bye. Please, I really hope he never comes back. It was so tacky. Widely popular, widely colorful. I think not forgotten, but really fell off grace is Dsquared. Their icon campaign, they de-elevated to Din and Down Cotton. They have been longer in the game and they have been pushing a lot. Their macho, modern macho, fluid aesthetic really doesn't appeal anyone anymore. The Dsquared boutique also here in Amsterdam. I had some friends of mine, they were wearing their tight fit, blocking colors, the icon, subline, but they really have lost momentum right now. I would say they are not forgotten, but they lost their sauce, they lost their edgy. Maybe in 5-10 years they're gonna be back, I hope not, but Dsquared is also a brand we're gonna say goodbye to, yeah. 2016, 2018, there was this brand called Marcelo Burlon, County of Milan. It used to be super big, black t-shirts with this like geometrical print, animal based, colorful, contrasting prints. It was really the shit for Italian rappers. Marcelo Burlon was a stylist, he worked for a lot of other brands and it was super present in Milano. So that was really like, okay, the new brand for people who were into like music, fashion, etc. They never went more than that, like t-shirts and crewneck, but it was super mega, super relevant. I don't know if you guys internationally were into this look. Arrived, burnt and left, and so far nobody wants it anymore. I saw it in some outlet in Milano. I think the owner left, so it was just really a cash grab. Marcelo Burlon, forgotten. Not to disrespect Virgil Abloh, absolutely, he's the GOAT. A colleague of mine had the chance to go to the exhibition in Paris like a month ago. He's a genius, but his first child, like Pyrex, I don't know if you guys remember, black and white t-shirt, and also Off-White right now are lost brands. Brands that lost their hype, brands that are forgotten and they don't know what to do. So I understand them being without the founder. Now they've been recently acquired by another group. Streetwear is losing its momentum, so it's really hard. But I would say the Off-White and Pirate are also forgotten brands. I remember I was in 2018 in Shanghai. I used to live there and like I wanted this leather jacket with the Off-White stripes in the back and I wanted it so hard and it was so expensive. It was like 2,000 euros. Back then for me it was luxury. I think it's cyclical. I think Off-White might be back. They really made the difference in connecting the luxury and the streetwear world. Really changed the game, then Virgil went. So I'm not denying the role, but Off-White is really something that we don't talk about anymore. This is gonna be controversial. Forgotten brand number 6, Jjjjound. I was super curious about their phenomenon. I think they have been selling to luxury applied to streetwear. They have done some of the coolest New Balance collaboration. Canadian studio, they really focus on like tonal, classic, easy pieces with research. Everyone was craving them. There was like super hype, super desirable shoes, super desirable colors. Discounts on sold stock, maybe repetition, constant repetition, kind of overflooded the market. And right now, Jjjjound doesn't stand for much. Kind of got stuck. The only thing we do is we collaborate with shoe brands, with Salomon, with ASICS. They kind of lacked innovation and they stayed in their niche. So Jjjjound is also a forgotten brand. Next brand that's forgotten, that lost its relevance, is Amiri. Super amazing story. Love the guy, Mike Amiri. Love his wife. There's a beautiful documentary out on YouTube. Super beautiful story. Luxury for rappers, for up and coming, for newer reach. Denims and biker denims. Their fit are really 2020, 2018. I really hope for them they might be coming back. I saw, for example, the suits they did for Barcelona. If the creativity is there, Amiri is a brand that can return. But now is definitely a forgotten brand, a brand that fell off grace, Amiri. Bape has a beautiful story, really like a strong Japanese brand referring streetwear, really leading the way with Supreme, with collabs, with fun, with colors, with tacky inspiration from Nike, from watches, etc. But now there's nothing left. I know that Asia has a passion for Bape. In Shanghai, there was like a lot of Bape stores, and somehow they're still dropping. The overall interest, the craze for the Bape hoodies, the craze for everything Bape with the camouflage is gone. I think, of course, because of the redimensioning of streetwear and brand mania as a general trend. Bape disappeared. Story was super solid. And love Nigo, love the whole thing. Bape style iconic. Respect. They stay pure. And this is the reason why they have been forgotten, at least for now. Who knows, maybe in like 10 years. Let's talk about the final two brands. Number one is Aquascutum. Basically, you know, trench coat has been invented during World War II. The brand who invented it is actually not Burberry, but it's Aquascutum. So Aquascutum was like the OG trench originator. They have this very interesting check pattern. They were really big in casual culture, informal culture. They failed. I don't know if it was for a lack of planning, a lack of organization, a lack of structuring, but they really went away and Burberry absorbed all the British charm, all the rhetoric of innovation, of outerwear, and they just disappeared. If you're looking for a brand vintage though that still has amazing value, Aquascutum is the way to go. They have beautiful scarves, they have beautiful coats, you can get them for a steal. So sometimes if a brand is forgotten, it's not that bad. Brand number 10, that's really also something that made the world and rocket, is Givenchy. Givenchy, especially during Tishy tenure, making news, you can think about all the stars around the neckline, you can think about the t-shirts, Kanye and Jay-Z wearing those t-shirts with the Doberman, with the Rottweiler, crazy print, crazy lengths. But yeah, Givenchy represents a case of a traditional French house of fashion. Of course, Givenchy was the name of the founder, the Count of Givenchy. They tried to inject some new energy, new waves that lasted 5 years and that's gone. Same thing happened with Celine, for example. And I'm really happy that something like this happened with Balenciaga. But yeah, Givenchy does mean something right now? Absolutely not. I'm curious to see what's going to happen. Different tenures. I think now Sarah Barton is at the helm. So hopefully they can go back to the archive and revive the brand. But Givenchy is really a brand that was a king of the world for a couple of years and then it was gone. Guys, please let me know in the comments which brand instead for you were really your favorite, you had an obsession for and then they disappeared. I'm super curious to hear what brands you think are forgotten and if you're happy that they're forgotten, let me know in the comments. Otherwise, have a beautiful day, drink plenty of water, wear your scarf and see you at the next one. Love you, bye!